stanza 20 and 21.
Brahma satyam jagan mityeti.
Brahma satyam jagan mityeti.
Evam rupo vinishchayaha.
Evam rupo vinishchayaha.
Soyam nitya nitya vastu.
Soyam nitya nitya vastu.
Vivekah samudarutaha. Tadvairagyam jihasaya.
Tadvairagyam jihasaya.
Darshana shravanadibihi.
Darshana shravanadibihi.
Dehadi brahma paryante.
Dehadi brahma paryante.
Yanitye bhogya vastuni.
Yanitye bhogya vastuni.
Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana requires certain preparedness of the mind. Any knowledge which pertains to direct perception, what is called as Indriya Pratyaksha, number one. Number two, the knowledge of something that is aparoksha. Aparoksha means neither pratyaksha nor paroksha nor remote, but verily oneself. Knowledge of these two necessarily require an experience in accordance with the thing that is to be known. What is called as yathartha anubhava. In the case of other types of knowledge, inference, etc., the thing in question is not available for experience. As a result, without the direct experience of the thing as it is, inferential knowledge or illustrative knowledge, these are possible. Whereas pratyaksha means through your sense organs you can directly perceive them and thereby experience. Aparoksha, being oneself and itself being the anubhava swarupa, is available for experience. You may ask, if that is the case, my swarupa is even now available and it is anubhava swarupa, it doesn't cease to be, so why do I not experience myself? Do you experience yourself or not? Right now, are you experiencing yourself? How do you experience yourself? Swamiji has asked some question. I am not able to understand exactly what is asked, etc. Or, yes, we are able to experience ourselves. Some experience is there or not. At least I am there, is there or not. I am sitting in the Vedanta class, that experience is there or not. Whether I understand or not doesn't matter. I am listening and trying to understand experience is there or not. Yes. Is that not? Yes, it is experience about yourself only, but mixed with many things. It is not as it is. It is not yathartha. First, what is there is, the body has come in picture. Me, with this thing, with the ear, I am listening, I am trying to understand. I understand certain thing, I don't understand certain thing. All these are there. Perception is there. So therefore, our experience that we undergo moment by moment is no doubt inclusive of me, but also it includes other than me, whatever from ahankara onwards, embodiment for the jagat. It is not the yathartha anubhava. It's a mixed. It is like a child in a haze eating a chocolate along with the silver wrapper. What will happen? Sweetness is there mixed with bitterness. Is it a silver wrapper is there? So, like that, I do experience me, Atma, mixed with Anatma. That is the problem. So, therefore, my experience about myself must be strictly in accordance with my Swarupa, wherein there is no access for embodiment also. Even me is the body is something which is not pertaining to I, Atma. I am experiencing, when you say I am listening, who all are involved in picture? Embodiment, Indriya and listened word, etc. These are what are called as triputis. Triputis means triple form of hearer, heard, hearing, experiencer, experienced, experiencing, knower, known, knowing, found. These are not there in the Atma Swarupa. So therefore, that type of direct cognition, otherwise called as Atmanubhava, aparokshanubhava, brahmanubhava, brahma sakshatkara, atma sakshatkara, whatever name, by name you may name it, it needs a frame of mind which can be exactly like Atma Swarupa. For that, our present preoccupations in the world of objects, emotions and thoughts have to be withdrawn. We can't withdraw just like that. Why does our mind run after the objects of the world? It thinks it gets something. कुछ मिलता है, क्या मिलता है? मजा मजा मिलती है. Aspires to gain happiness from the objects. So long as this notion is there, I am going to get contentment and happiness from the objects, emotions and thoughts in the world. Mind is bound to gravitate toward the sense object, so it is not going to stop. And because of this, mind is always in a state of flux of thoughts in accordance with the world experience. It defies the direct cognition of Atma Swarupa. Therefore, Vedanta at its first step hammers one thing. What is required is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Fourfold qualification. Sampatti, acquisition of four qualifications. What are those? Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparamatiksha, Sramadhana, Shatka Sampatti, 6 together, Mumukshutvam. What is Viveka? Sifting, discriminating that which is permanent from the impermanent thing. What is permanent and what is impermanent? How can we decide? We know the world. This world includes our embodiment also or not? Yes. Come on, tell me. World is permanent or destructible? The Jagat, is it permanent or destructible? It is destructible. Before the Jagat came into existence, it was not there. Now it continues. even while continuing, it is changing moment by moment. Finally, it is going to get destroyed in pralaya. Jagat is not permanent. Whatever that doesn't exist all the time, but appears to be in between, technically is called as mithya. Mithya means false. Jagat is false. Now what is satyam? What is satyam? Permanently existing, that which is all along. Is there something? Have you come across? Have you come across something which all along exists in spite of changing, destructible Jagat? Is there something? Come on, tell me. That principle, because of which you are aware of changing world. Changing world beginning from I notion in the body to any gross object in the world. Don't you know the world changes or not? Yes. Now, any change can be cognized by a changeless principle. What is that principle because of which you are aware of waking state and waking state world including the waker? What is that principle because of which you are aware of the dreamt world including the dreamer? What is that principle because of which you are aware that in sleep you didn't know anything? That principle is one and the same, chaitanya, tattva, pure awareness principle, pure consciousness principle, that is all the time there, on the basis of which this entire flux of Jagat gets perceived or experienced. So now what is Satyam? The Chaitanya, that itself is called Atma or Brahma. Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. This firm ascertainment, you may not have discovered Brahma, but this firm ascertainment, that is Viveka. In short, the criterion is anything that is created is mithya, destructible. That because of which you are aware is Satyam. This is the Nitya Nitya Viveka. Now, do you want in life whatever that is changing? Anything changing means sorrow is inevitable. Sorrow is bound to be there. So that being the case, the disinterestedness, why? Disinterestedness in the entire creation, which I hitherto mistook it to be the source of joy and contentment, but now I have discovered it is destructible, it is changing, it is full of dosha, defects, it is breeds sorrow, therefore I am not interested in them. That chitta vritti, that disposition of the mind wherein one is not interested in the changing things which cannot really give happiness but breeds sorrow, that disposition is called as what? Vairagya. And what are those changing? Dehadi Brahma Paryante. This Brahma is not Satchidananda Brahma. Hiranya Garbha. Saguna Brahma. All this is what is what? Vairagya. So in short, disinterestedness in the things except few. What are except few? Except few things like food, etc., not prohibited by the Shastra, but necessary to keep the body going on. Except these few things, desire for that, total disinterestedness in other thing, that is what is called as what? Vairagya. Why it is necessary? If it is not there, our mind gets preoccupied in those things. Such a mind is not available for Shravana, inquiry into one's true nature. Right? So therefore, up to here we had already seen. I hope you remember. Okay. Up to here we had already studied. Now we have to start the third qualification, that is Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana, and then fourth, Mumukshutva. Let us see what is the nature of Shama.
Virajya Vishayam Vrata Dosha Drushtya Muhurmuhu Swalakshe Niyatavasthaha.
Niyatavastha only, there is no visarga.
Swalakshe Niyatavastha Manasakshama Uchyate Virajya Vishayam Vrata Dosha Drushtya Muhurmuhu Swalakshe Niyatavastha Manasakshama Uchyate.
This is called as the Shama of the mind. Manasaha Shamaha iti uchyate. This is called as the Shama of the mind. What is that? Muhuhu dosha drishtya. Presently, where is our interest? Vishayas. Left to ourselves, our mind runs after the Vishayas. Why Vishayas? Not for just nothing. It thinks there is source of, it is the source of happiness. Yes or no? Have you got this concept or no? A melodious music, a delicious dish, a beautiful sight, cozy bed. Like that, we have got our own concepts. If they are there, we are happy. An air conditioner. If they are not there, we are unhappy. So that is, we see, look at man, why man? Every living being is utilitarian. मुझे क्या मिलेगा? In return, without that, no one takes to any pursuit. Even a worm crawling in gutter, going this side and not that side because it is something desirable, this side and not the other side as well. So that being the case. Now, the Shastri, this person has seen the doshas, defects in the Vishayas. What can be the defects? Number one, first one, Adyantavanta. Vishayas have got a beginning and end. Means, so long as we don't have Vishayas, we would like to have the Vishayas. Abba, I've got it now. Then, should we be happy or not? That Vishaya is going to go. You had no Vishayas, sorrowful. Vishayas are there, but they are transitory. They are going to go, sorrowful. You know, gopis, they were pined for Krishna and they were miserable because Krishna was not there. Krishna came. Should they be happy or not? They were more miserable because Krishna, you are going to give us a slip now. See, they knew this Krishna is not going to be here. he is bound to give asleep, and because he is going to go away, again what? Miserable. Like these Vishayas. They are not there, sorrow. They are there, they are going to go. Why they are going to go? Even when they are there, they are going on changing. So, generally what happened now? This lady or this girl is Miss World. Next year, you will miss to recognize her that is the same oneness. Changing, ever changing. So that being the case, so therefore, so that is, one is Adyantavanta. Beginning and end is that. Number two, do you mean to say any Vishaya is available just like that? You have to sweat and toil. Bahu kashta sadhya. Not only bahu kashta sadhya, bahu vitta vaya ayasa sadhya. Bahu vitta is necessary. Lot of paisa is necessary for Vishaya. Simply paisa will not work. Ayasa, exertion is necessary. You have to pay the price. Without paying the price, it is just not possible. Fine, got it. Subject to change, parinama. It is subject to change, parinama. Again, even while enjoying, you are discovering that this Vishaya doesn't have the happiness I thought it will have. ये नहीं है. My concept was wrong. So that also is what is not there. All it. And finally, either we are saying goodbye to Vishaya or Vishaya is saying goodbye to us. Sanyogaha viprayogantaha. This is the iron law. Any union is subject to separation. Nobody can do anything about that. But for me to be happy with the Vishayas, what is the equation required? I must have the Vishayas all along with me. Not only that, I must have the capacity to enjoy them. Impossible. Moment by moment, body changes, age is advancing, you change, Vishaya change, Vishaya can get destroyed, the enjoyer also may disappear, so therefore this equilibrium cannot be struck at all. So therefore, seeing this doshas, muhu, as a result, Vishaya vratat virajya. Vrata means multitude. Samuha. Vishaya vratat, from the samuha, multitude of Vishaya. Virajya, having become dispassionate, having developed the vairagya for Vishayas. So what should be done? Manasaha svalakshe niyatavastha. Making the mind, now mind is withdrawn from where? Vishaya. Making the mind get fixed, get absorbed in swalaksha. Swalaksha means one's own point of contemplation or thinking. It can be Saguna Brahma, Parameshwara, Bhagavat Tattva with form, or it can be Nirguna Brahma without form. Making the mind to constantly and consistently take to the thinking of either Sakara Brahma or Nirakara Brahma, depending on one's own capacity. That is what is called as what? Manasaha Swalakshe Niyatavastha, making the mind fixed. So means making it absorbed in that point of contemplation, dheya. That is what is called as Shamaha Uchyati. What is Shama now? What is required for Shama? What is the precondition for Shama? Vishayavratat virajya, developing vairagya for Vishaya Samoha. See, this is the common complaint. Swamiji, I took to meditation, I am meditating, but mind is wandering. Find out where the mind is wandering. Vishaya Vrata. So means what is lacking? Vairagya. Simple. If mind is not available for application to a particular chosen track of dheya, it's simple. It is natural tendency. It is still after the Vishaya. So what should be done? Vairagya needs to be developed. To develop Vairagya, what should be strong? Viveka must be strong. So therefore it shows, this stanza shows, Shama, mastery over the mind to apply it to a chosen track of thinking. Precondition is Vairagya. So that is what is required is with that. In short, I told you, in the Brahma Sutra Bhashya Tika called Nyaya Nirnaya, Anandagiri, in a particular context, he defines all this. Viveka, Vairagya, I told you earlier, Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shatka Sampati. He says, by describing Shama, he says, withdrawal from all buddhi vyapara, all mentation which are not conducive to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So, which are hindrance to gain eligibility to take to the pursuit of Adhyatma Vidya. So that withdrawing from them, that is what is called as Shama. And how? Giving up how? With due understanding that these are not helpful to my pursuit of gaining the knowledge. This is what is Shama, one of the 6 accomplishments, Shama, Dhamma, etc. What is Dhamma? Let us.
विषयेभ्यः परावर्त्य स्थापनं स्वस्वगोलके उभयेषाम् इन्द्रियाणाम् सप्तमः परिकीर्तितः
Sadhamah parikirtitah.
मायानालम्बनं वृत्तेः एषोपरतिरुत्तमा विषयेभ्यः परावर्त्य स्थापनं स्वस्वगोलके उभयेषामिन्द्रियाणाम् सदमः परिकीर्तितः बाह्यानालम्बनं
Dhamma and Uparama are being defined. One thing about this text, Vivekachudamani, in different text books, numbers change little. Sometimes 3 lines, sometimes 2 lines, etc. After some gap, it will be uniform. Somewhere it will be adjusted somewhere as such. But you can see, if you find that that line is not, immediately go to the next stanza, you will find there as such. What is Dhamma? Ubhayesham indriyanam vishayebhya paravartya. Both types of indriyas. What are those? Jnanendriya and karmendriya. Both Jnanendriya and karmendriya, what do? They go to their corresponding vishayas. Eyes to form, ear to hear, etc. So like this, even karmendriyas also, they have got their fixed vishayas. Now this is natural tendency. How do these indriyas go to vishayas? What can stop them? Indriyas on their own cannot go to vishayas. You know, they need the backing of the mind. If mind is behind the indriyas, it goes to the sense object. If mind is not there, indriyas have no capacity to go to the vishayas. If that backing of the mind is not there, indriyas are there in their own place and don't go to vishayas. Not allowing the indriyas to run after the vishayas with the help of the mind is what is called as Dhamma. It is what is called as Dhamma. Ubhayesham indriyanam. In the case of both the indriyas, so what is to be done? Vishayebhya paravartya. Having made them withdrawn from Vishaya with the help of this rain of mind, R-E-I-N. Not R-E-I-N. R-E-N. Lagam, no? Lagam. Kathopanishad says that. So therefore, with this lagam of mind, what you do? Withdraw. Horses, how they are controlled? With that rain. So that is how it is. So there is a way of handling the horses. Only the person who is in harmony with the horses only can do that. You do know, during Mahabharata war, who was Arjuna's Sarathi? Krishna. Do you know what he used to do? Evening when the war was over, every day evening, it is by sunset it is there, he used to take the horses to Yamuna river, bathe them, dress the wounds, massage their legs. Dharmaraja used to come and used to curse. He said, Bhagavan, we have already given you a job which you are not supposed to do. See, asking Bhagavan to drive the chariot, driver's job to Bhagavan. And yet we are helpless and we have given you, we have got lots of servants who can take care of these horses. Krishna never used to allow. Do you know why? That rapport between the Sarathi and the horses must be there. Then only what they do? They obey instantly. Little movement of the rein, they understand what is the command as such. That is exactly what happened. Of course, even while driving, not only that, one day Karna shot Nagastra to Arjuna, and it was a clean target, neck. Nagastra is coming and Arjuna's head is going to cut off. You know what Krishna did? He ducked the horses. They obeyed, and the chariot went about 1 feet below its normal level. Arjuna's crown got off. Arjuna was shocked. Krishna said, "What are you saying? Come on, get down and wear the thing and fight." Why he was shocked? Targeting the neck of Arjuna. Arjuna, that is that. But now, if the horses had not taken the command of Krishna, what would have happened? Oh. So that is how it is. So that is that. So the mind should, like a rain, should use the knack of bringing back the horses called indriyas. So therefore, ubhayesham indriyanam vishayebhya paravartya swa golake sthapanam means making the indriyas withdraw from their sense pursuit, that is, making them abide in their golaka, means receptacles, in their receptacles. That is what is called as dhamma, mastery over the indriyas. Like this. Actually what is necessary is shama. Dhamma helps to develop shama. If, see, don't think only indriyas run after sense object. What about the mind? Mind also runs after. So therefore, if the mind runs after, first control at the indriyas level. To that extent, what happens? Mastery is there. Then apply the shama. Here also, all the indriya pursuits which are not conducive to the gaining of the knowledge, curtailing them. That doesn't mean, oh, Shabda, Shravana, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, we have to withdraw from. Exposure to Vedanta is what? Shabda. So therefore, let me stop attending Vedanta, Shravana. Not that. You can't throw the baby along with the water. Those things, pursuits, indriya pursuit, which are conducive for Shravana, Manniridhyasana, have to be kept. Others have to be curtailed. Dhamma. Now what is uparati? Vrittehe bahya analambanam. That is vritti. What is vritti? Antakarana vritti, thoughts. Analambanam, not alambana is dependence. No alambana is analambana. No dependence of antakarana vritti in what? Bahya vishayas. What is this? Do you know what happens? What do indriya do? They go to the vishayas. They don't just go like that. What travels through the channels of indriya is actually the antakarana mind. The mind through the channel of a specific indriya goes to its vishaya, and do you know what it does? It takes the form of the vishaya. See, the water from the canals is diverted to the fields. What form, the shape the water takes? shape of the field. If the field is rectangular, water is rectangular. If his field is triangular, it is triangular. If it is circular, it is circular. Like that. Likewise, Indriya, the antakarana, mind, travels through indriyas to vishayas and takes the form, shape of the vishaya. This is alambana. Antakarana vritti, taking the form of vishaya, is dependence on that. Now what has happened? Mind is not allowed to go there. So mind is independent of vishayakara antakarana vrittis. That is what is called uttama uparati. That is uparati. That is the best. Do you know why it is the best? Your mind is available to take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and gain the knowledge. Now, this definition of uparati or uparama differ in certain different texts. You might have heard Tattvabodha, still preliminary textbook on Vedanta. It says uparama is swadharmanushtanam eva. Swadharmanushtanam means discharging one's own duties. What it has to do with the mind? If one doesn't discharge one's duty, the duty conscious mind has got guilty conscience. And mind which is guilty cannot take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You discharge your duty. What needs to be done, I have done. What happens, what is going to happen will happen. See, your role is up to discharging the duty. What is going to be the result, it is not in your, you are what? You don't have the guilt. I have done what needs to be done under a particular circumstance or a particular context. So that is that. So that is what Tattvabodha says, uparama means swadharmanushtanam eva. Anandagiri in his Tika on Brahma Sutra, Bhashya, he says, karma duties are to be discharged. How long? If you ask the people at home, better don't ask. Better don't. They will say, कर्तव्य करना चाहिए. And they will catch hold of only those who are attending Gita or Vedanta classes. They will not bother. Somebody is sick and these fellows go to movie and other person is saying, hey, do your duty. So that is not what is there. So how long duties are to be taken to? Karma. Duty means karma. What for karma is to be taken to? For two purposes. One is fulfillment of the desires. Now we are talking of whom? Moksha. A person who is taking to Vedantic person. He is supposed to develop Vairagya. And from that standpoint, to the extent Vairagya is developed, he is not required to take to karma because he has relatively no desire. But you can't totally give up karma because karma has another purpose. Even if you don't have desires to be fulfilled, karmas help us to gain that Shuddha Antakarana which is required to gain the Atma Jnana. So therefore, to gain Shuddha Antakarana from Karma Yoga standpoint, karma need to be taken to. Now let us say this person had taken to karma, he has got Vairagya. Huh? And at the same time, he has taken to karma yoga, antakarana, shuddhi is there. Is karma useful to him? No. When sattva shuddhi, antakarana shuddhi is gained means vairagya is already there. No use of karma. Giving up of karma, that is technically called as sannyasa. That is what is also called as what? Uparama. Whatever you may do in either of these three definitions, mind should be able not to run after the Vishayas and take to the pursuit of gaining the knowledge independent of Vishaya. That is what Uparama is. Titiksha. Let us see now what is Titiksha.
Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam Chinta vilaparahitam Satitiksha nigadyate Sahanam sarva dukkhanam Apratikara purvakam Chinta vilaparahitam Satitiksha nigadyate
Sa titiksha iti nigadyate. Nigadyate is said. That is said to be titiksha. What is that? It says sarva dukkhanam apsahanam. Sarva dukkhanam sahanam. Sahanam, tolerating all the sorrows. All the sorrows means not silly sorrows, the means of sorrows, but one condition, which are not fatal. Means which doesn't cause the death. Suppose there is sorrow which is bound to cause the death, you have to take to remedial measures. Yeah, why it is said apratikara purvakam is there. Apratikara means without retaliating, in the sense without taking to remedial measure. That is, in the sense, here dukkha means dukkha hetu, like shita, ushna, etc. These pairs of opposite. Now look, in life, these pairs of opposite, shita, ushna, mana, apamana, are going to be there or not? And, for example, now what is that? All these days, this rain was not there. Swamiji started the class and rains, rains have started. See, morning when I start for office, this fellow comes. Whole day no rain. Evening, the moment I get out of the office, again the rain. What is this? Again, in a tropical country like India, severe summer is going to be there. Winter is going to be there. Bombay, there is no winter at all nowadays. Earlier it was there. Winter. Rain is going to be there. Now come. Ayo, hot, 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 hot. Bhagwan was kind. Bhagwan sent the rain. Ayo, chi 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 chi. You can't walk outside. So much of mire. Rain, rain, rain. Bhagwan thought, let me make him cool. And he saying, Ayo, it is very cold. It is very cold. Bombay people have no occasion to wear woolens, okay? So, and still, cold, 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 cold. When your mind is going to be at ease, Such a mind which is reacting to small pinpricks in life cannot take to Shravana. So therefore, sahanam, forbearance. Titiksha means forbearance. So therefore, say bearing. All dukkha means the means of sorrow which are not, that's why I said, which are not fatal. वो गड़बड़ करने वाला है तो भाई शरीरम आद्यम खलु धर्म साधनम. This body is the means to gain the highest accomplishment of that. So you have to take. Once Satya Sai Baba was talking to a doctor and he was talking about the goodness of garlic as medicinal thing, how it is good for heart, etc., etc. A discussion was going on. Finally the doctor said, Swami, but garlic is said to be not good for spiritual things. He said, first take care of your health and afterwards spirituality. First take care of your health. If the heart is not in good condition and you say what spiritual pursuit you are going to take as such. So that is how it is. So not those things. Things which are not fatal, that is what he said, except dukkha's, except jivana vichcheda. Jivana vichcheda means which are ready to snap off the life, except those bearing other pinpricks in life. So do you know why? Otherwise there is no end to the pursuit. Is it not so? Any higher pursuit, a person who is preoccupied in higher pursuit just is indifferent towards small things in life. Even modern students, without channel TV they can't survive. But the exam is nearing. Parama Vairagya. That is temporary. Otherwise parents have to enforce Vairagya by cutting off the channel TV connection. So therefore, so why? So look, our freedom fighters, because of whose sacrifice we are enjoying the freedom. Did they not have wife and children? A little better comfort, what something, is it harmful to them? Why they underwent privation? My country must be free. They are fired up by the ideal in front of which these small things in life have no value. That is what is titiksha. Sacrifice of the lower for the higher pursuit. Being unmindful of these pinpricks in life because I am engaged in some very noble high pursuit as such. So that is what is called as the titiksha, but not merely sahanam, chinta vilapa rahitam, very important. But do you know what is chinta? Anxiety. Ayo, Vedanta says, what? You should not bother about this. But what to do? This is happening. Chinta. Vilapa, lamentation, anxiety and wailing or lamentation without that. With enthusiasm, you are so much preoccupied in the pursuit of gaining knowledge, you have no time, you have no leisure to complain against ordinary pinpricks of life. This also shows so long as chinta and vilapa, lamentation and anxiety are there, Shravana etc. is not possible. That is called as titiksha. Now is Shraddha, very important. But if one Shraddha is there, others can be developed in course of time. What is Shraddha?
शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यवधारणम्
Satya-buddhyavadharana. Acha, it is Satya-buddhyavadharanam is there? Buddhyavadharana, no? Okay, that alternate reading, that's fine. Alternate reading.
सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तुपलभ्यते शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तुपलभ्यते.
Both words mean the same thing, Satya-buddhyavadharanam or Satya-buddhyavadharanam. We'll see next time.